Hi everyone, this is Shannon Shy. Welcome to another installment of Q&A with Shannon about OCD recovery. Thank you everyone for the questions. I really appreciate them. Remember, if you have a question, you can message me on Facebook, Instagram, my YouTube channel, or send me an email, shannonshy@gmail.com. All right, to today's question. I keep trying to implement your strategy, and sometimes I'm successful. Most of the time, I'm not. My anxiety just gets to a high, particularly with this one theme, so I give in. It feels like OCD is always there. I just want OCD to leave me. Everything you're saying makes sense, but I just can't seem to do it. Maybe I'm one of the ones that can't beat this. What am I doing wrong? Anonymous. Let's not say what you're doing is wrong. Let's just say we need to improve, right? So, first, whatever strategy you use, it's your strategy, right? You think of it in those terms. This is my strategy. You custom build it. Whether you adopt what somebody else does in full, or you borrow parts of what someone else does, or what your therapist tells you, it's your strategy, right? It's your custom made shield and sword. That's helpful because it's personal. As you're building it, you can experiment, tweak it. This seems to be helpful. This doesn't seem to be so helpful. But at the end, you want to adopt a strategy and you use that strategy all the time. All the time. It doesn't matter what the thought is. You don't have to change the strategy based on the particular theme of OCD, right? OCD affected me like eight different themes or so. I used the same strategy because the common denominator was OCD. Second, you have identified what you suspect is the culprit, OCD. That's 50% of the battle. Right? You don't have to be sure that it is. Any smidge of information that leads you to suspect that it might be is enough. The chore then becomes doing what makes OCD weaker. Right? That's where we're going to go. We focus then on what makes OCD weaker. Third, change your perspective. The goal is not, underline, capitalize the word not. The goal is not to make OCD leave you right now or even in the future. The objective is to be indifferent to OCD's presence and the details now and in the future. That one very little technique of indifference is extremely powerful, right? The more we wish it away, the stronger it seems to become. So we become indifferent to its presence. Fourth, don't let your level of anxiety or doubt be the tripwire for when you give in, because OCD will always win, right? If you say, well, that one's not so bad, so I can do it for that one, but this one is really significant, really hard. My anxiety's way up here with this one, so I just can't do it. OCD deals in anxiety and doubt, right? Those are OCD's weapons. So if we allow your level of anxiety or doubt to be the tripwire, again, OCD is always going to win. The anxiety and the doubt, they're not going to kill you. However, they will recede if you let them be there and you deprive the disorder of what it craves. Fifth, this is really important. All of this, I think, is important. But the fifth one, if you are successful some of the time, you can be successful all the time. Go to my 0 equals 0. If one OCD thought has no value, they all do, because the root is OCD. Right? Use your successes to your advantage to gain momentum. But be assured, if you can do it once for any of them, you can do it all the time for all of them. I know this to be true. Finally, I want you to focus on the only relevant question. In the moment, right, when OCD is slamming you, the only relevant question is, what is the consequence of me giving in to this compulsion versus the consequence of me resisting giving into this compulsion? One consequence, the one for giving in, keeps you in the hell pit. The other consequence, the one for depriving the disorder, of resisting giving in, takes you to recovery. That is the goal. The consequences of any of the details of all the catastrophe that OCD feeds you, if you don't check, this is going to happen. None of that is relevant because those details are not the problem. The problem is you have OCD, so that is the problem that we aim to fix. You're okay. Keep going. Keep going. I hope this helps.